Good morning. How are you? How have you been? You might have noticed I took last week off from recording a video, so please forgive me. Hope you're welcoming me back with open arms. Let's start today's practice just by settling in. Taking time to notice how your body feels. Being mindful of anything that you're going to need to use with caution today. Noticing the sounds around you. Noticing if there's anything that you can smell. Checking in with the tactile experience of your body, what your skin can feel and detect. Taking a nice tall posture. Begin moving the breath slowly in and out. Noticing what parts of your body contract and expand with your breath as you breathe it in and release it. Allow the face to soften and become expressionless. When you're ready, I invite you to take 3 cleansing breaths, lengthening through the spine, opening through the shoulders as you breathe in. Your exhale making some sound as you let it out. Squeezing the core, just taking some time to move in a way that feels good in your body. Noticing if the shoulders need a little movement or the low back. All right. Sitting with a nice tall spine, squared shoulders. I want you to, on an exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Lengthening the muscles and connective tissue on the backside. Squeezing those shoulder blades together behind you. Moving the head over towards the right shoulder now. Push that left shoulder back just a smidge. Inhale back to center. As you exhale, moving the head towards the left shoulder. Checking in with that right shoulder and your core. Back to center, chin to the chest. A little side to side, slight movements. Inhale, chin comes up, shoulder blade squeezed. Twist the neck so that the head would be looking over the right shoulder. Big rounds of breath. Next, inhale, back to center. Exhale, twisting the neck so that the face would be looking over the left. Big breath, squeeze the core, keep the shoulders back. Next, inhale, coming back to center. Cleansing breath here. softening as you release the breath. Tall spine. Let's work on the shoulders a little bit. Inhale, bringing them up nice and high. Squeeze your core, squish your face, curl your toes, clench your fists. Exhale, release. 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale. Feels kind of good, yeah? Inhale. Exhale. All right, just notice how the body's feeling as we're getting the blood moving through it. Keeping the knees as immobile as possible. Let's lengthen through the spine, square the shoulders back, and using the core, let's twist to the right. Once you get here, squeeze the core a little tighter. Notice what's going on in the side body. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Same thing. Don't let those knees move. Squeeze the core. Square the shoulders. Squeeze the core a little tighter. Inhale back to center. 2 more of these. Your body, your breath. And just remember, we're giving the internal organs a little squeeze. We're lengthening the side body, telling it to work when we squeeze the core. Back to center and to the left. Don't lean too far forward or too far back. Keep the top of the spine over the base. Back to center. 1 more of each. Checking in with where your torso resides before you start. Notice that we're not letting the knees move one way or the other. To the center and then to the left. Last twist, make it count. And back to center. Cleansing breath here. Excuse me. Okay, let's go back up to the shoulders and let's just do 5 rounds of nice slow circles with the shoulders. And as you move through this, you're moving through slow enough that you can say, oh, that position is tough on my right shoulder, or my left shoulder doesn't like this position. We breathe up, breathe in as we move the shoulders up, and we exhale as we bring those shoulders down. All right, nice big inhale, bring those arms up. Lengthen through the torso, drop the shoulders. On your exhale, bring those hands to heart center. Squeezing the core, lengthening through the spine. Inhale, bring those arms up. Today I'm bringing my arms up in front of me. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center, because the shelf is right here next to me and I don't want to smack it. But you can bring the arms out this way if that works better in your body. All right, 3rd one. Inhale, bring those arms up. Lengthen through the fingers. Extend the palms, right? Exhale, hands to heart center. Core is engaged. There's some pressure on the palms. The elbows come out side to side. Excuse me, I have a little tickle in my throat today. All right, 2 more of those. If you haven't done them already, follow the breath. Look, I didn't hit the shelf there. All right, just checking in, noticing how the body is feeling thus far. Let's go ahead and work on a few rounds of cat-cow. So we keep the core engaged, we keep the shoulders back, we inhale nice and big. Exhale, starting as low as you can on the spine. Begin to curve the body forward. Keep the core engaged so the low back gets what it needs, right? Inhale, coming up, move the spine back, shoulders, face. Abstain from breathing in, breathing out if you can, and then exhale, curving the body forward. Inhale up. Exhale, forward. Notice how the spine feels as we move through these. Notice how the front side of the body feels. We're in cow pose. Follow your breath, right? I'm talking. My breath isn't anything like yours right now. And after you've finished 5 of those, just come to a nice still space. All right. We're going to go ahead, squeeze the core. Drop the right arm beside you, then put a bend in that arm. Going to take the right elbow to the right thigh, right hand to the left thigh, okay? Lengthen through the spine, get a nice flat back going. Squeeze that core, drop the left arm. Inhale, bring that left arm out in front of you, and then squeeze the core as you bring the arm up as high as you can. So you might just be bringing it here. Squeeze the core though as you come into that, okay? Take a look at the fingertips and then bring it back down. 2 more of those. Inhale, straight in front of you first. Squeeze the core, twist the torso, move that shoulder, open the palm up. Exhale, bring it down. Once more. Inhale, up, straight in front of you. Take a look at the fingertips. Squeeze the core, twist, rotate. Okay? Notice what your range of motion is here. Don't be passing judgment or talking trash. Squeeze the core, tuck the chin as you come up out of this. It's like we're making little bookmarks. We're just noticing where we're at. Okay? We're going to do the same thing left side. So left elbow to the left thigh, crosses over to the right thigh. Okay, long flat spine. Inhale, squeeze that core, drop the right arm and inhale, bring it up. Squeeze that core, look at the fingers. Oh my goodness, notice how it feels. Bringing it back down. Notice how your body moves through these. Long spine, hand out in front. Squeeze the core, twist, bring it up. Oh my goodness, squeeze the core, bring it down on an exhale. Once more. Inhale, lengthen, squeeze core, bring it out, take a look, up. Oh man, nice and long, back down. Coming up, you can put the hands on the thighs if you like. Breathing super steady here. Go ahead and just give a little bit of movement to the hands. Bring the hands to heart center, elbows out side to side, tuck the chin, bring the ears over the shoulders. Rotate those hands down. Notice where you feel this. So I feel this way up into my forearm, into my shoulders even. Rotate them back and then bring those forward towards you. And then notice where you feel that. Breathing is really important here because there's a lot of sensation happening. So I feel that right there, okay? Roll the wrists, shake the fingers a little bit. And then I want you to just bring those fingertips to touch, bouncing them off of each other, practicing good posture. All right, and then just rub those palms together, creating a little bit of heat here. All right, and then you can just rub the hands a little bit with that space and that heat that you've created right there. All right, noticing how the fingers are moving. Let's just go ahead and give them a little spread on the thighs. All right, Now, feet. So we have to move the feet in non-ordinary ways, and I want you to just notice what you feel in the feet. Do you notice that the feet feel tired? Can you tell that there's a bone out of place? Okay, curl the toes a little bit. Right, pinky edge side of the foot to the floor, tall spine, knees out. Okay, now we're going to do the exact opposite. Big toe side of the foot to the floor, knees caving in, tall spine. Okay, back to neutral. All right, so bringing the ball of the foot to the floor, comes underneath the knee, and we just lengthen through the feet, and notice how the calves are working here. Okay, notice how the knees feel when you bring this angle in and you're bringing the toes underneath the knees. All right. Making sure that you're on the edge of your chair. Let's go ahead and lengthen out both legs. Bringing the backs of the heels to the floor, bringing the toes towards the torso. All right. Oh, pushing the backs of the knees towards the floor and breathing nice and steady here. Notice how the back of the leg feels. Those hamstrings are getting a little bit of work. Squeeze the core, right? All right, point the toes, lengthening out the front side of the ankles. All right, wiggle the toes, spread them as far as you can, curl them under. Bring the feet back to neutral. Check your stack. Knees and ankles are one above the other. We're going to do our hip openers. So we tall spine, square core, square the shoulders back, squeeze the core. Exhale. Right knee comes up. I like to put a bend in that ankle and it just allow the body to curve a little bit here. Lengthen out through that right leg, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Okay, squeeze the core, squeeze those shoulder blades together behind you. Lead with the nose, pushing out, out, out. There's a bend in your left ankle and you should feel a lot of sensation in the back side of the right hip. Soften when you're ready. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what my back is up to as I do these. So you can grasp that flat back, okay? So it's important to squeeze the shoulder blades together behind you. Okay, second one, leaning into it. My back should be nice and flat. Okay, pushing, I can really feel that there, and I'm breathing nice and slow to get the oxygen there. Soften when you're ready. Last one. Squeeze the core, tuck the chin as you come out of that. Last one for the right side, sorry. Square those shoulders back. Push the chin out, nice flat back, and I start to feel that right away. Okay? Breathing here, we want to keep the hip joints supple and alive. Soften when you're ready. Coming up. Very good. Lengthening out. Push through the heels so we bring the toes towards the torso. Okay. Little lean back. And then you can feel that all along the leg right there. All right, wiggle it as you bring it down. Okay. We'll do the other side next. Tall posture. Okay. Exhale. Lengthening. Crossing that left leg over the right now. Okay. And square the shoulder blades together behind you. Push the chin out. Oh my, oh my. Breathe into this, right? Keep the core engaged. Soften when you're ready. We're going to do this a total of 3 times, so we've got 2 more to go. As you come up, keep the core engaged, tuck the chin, bring the spine up, bring the shoulders up, and then set yourself up for that next hip opener. Push the chin out, push the hips down. Breathe. Nice long front side of the neck. All right, and soften. Tucking the chin, squeezing the core, coming up. Last hip opener. Setting yourself up by squeezing the shoulder blades, squeezing the core, lengthening flat back. There's a bend in the left ankle, bringing the toes towards the shin. And soften. Very good. You're going to lengthen that leg out. Give it a little help. Hold it. Okay, maybe you hold it here, but wherever. Push through the heel, bringing the toes towards you. Squeeze the core. Take a little lean back. Lighten it up right here. Wiggle as you bring it down. All right, taking time to notice how your body feels. Notice how it's been moving. All right, so let's come to a standing position at the back side of the chair. We're going to move to, okay? Sorry about that. Okay, so check the stance, check the fingertips. So the chair is here if you need it. You can move through the next set of movements with one arm if you need to. You can also do these from a seated position as well, okay? So we've got a nice space between the feet. We tuck the tailbone, we squeeze the core. We've got the shoulders moved back. And as we inhale, bring those arms up. Hands to heart center on an exhale. 5 of these in total. Tuck that tailbone if you need to. Inhale, bringing it up. Palms are spread wide open. Fingers are long. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. All right. Let's work a little bit on how those feet feel. Flexing the feet one at a time. All right. Bringing the feet to a still space. Squeeze the core, square the shoulders. Inhale, come up onto the tippy toes. Okay. Maybe you come up really high. Maybe you just come up a little bit. Bring it down nice and gently. I want you to try that 2 more times, holding it as long as you possibly can. Notice how the calves feel. Be mindful of whether the ankles roll out or if you've got a nice stack on them. Breathing steady. A little march in place. All right, and let's put a little space between those feet now. Knees and toes point the same direction. You could put a little bend in the knees if you like. I want you to tuck the tailbone and squeeze the core. Be mindful of the shoulders. Inhale, swoop that right arm up. Drop the shoulder away from the ear. Open the palms. As you exhale, move the body towards the left. And then lengthen from the right ankle all the way through the right middle finger. Come back to neutral, swoop that arm down. We're gonna do the same thing left side. So tucking that tailbone, squeezing the core. Inhale, bring the left arm up, drop away from the shoulder away from the ear. Squeeze the core, and lean to the right. Long, long spine here, long side body here. Okay, bring it back down nice and slow. Cleansing breath. All right, let's turn the chairs around, bringing the seat to you now. Okay, nice big bend in the knees. Push those hips back, bring the torso forward. Hands or forearms come to the chair now, okay? I want you to squeeze the core, push the backs of the legs towards the wall behind you and lift the toes. The torso is nice and parallel to the floor if at all possible. On an exhale, soften through the knees, spine, through the head, let it come forward. On an inhale, starting with the feet, you lift the toes, you move the knees back, you lift the torso, push those hips back. Core is engaged, soften. Just notice how this lights up so much of the back side of the body. Inhales, we're active. Exhales, we soften. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. Heel toe walk the feet back together, bringing the feet to a neutral stance. Okay? Now, we're going to do the same thing. Inhale, lift the toes, push the backs of the legs, push the hips back a little, lift the face. Notice how this feels in your body. Okay, 2 more of those. Notice what the sensations are like today. Follow the breath. All right, and soften. Okay, let's go ahead and squeeze the core, put a big bend in the knees, tuck those chins, hands to the thighs as you come upright. All right, now let's go ahead and work on our hip hinges a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and take a nice step forward with the right foot underneath the seat of the chair, a little itty bitty step back with the left one. Nice long legs, long torso. First put a bend in the knees, bring the torso forward, nice flat back so the chin stays out, the hips push back. We bring the hands to the chair or maybe the forearm. Okay, let me turn a little bit here. Okay, so squeeze that core. We've got both legs as straight as possible. And we're just pushing back with those hips. Okay, soften. Let's go ahead and switch now. Okay, bring the feet back to neutral, then the left foot forward and the right foot back. Okay, nice flat back. And soften. Oh, don't let the hips travel too much side to side. Okay. And then we'll tuck the chin. We're going to bring the feet back to neutral, coming up into our mountain pose. Very good. All right. Now, let's come to the front side of the chair. No, I'm sorry. Let's turn the chair back around. And let's work a little bit on balancing. So we've got the right hand to the back side of the chair. And tall spine, getting everything appropriately lined up. I want you to find your breath, building your confidence. When you're ready, I want you to move the right foot into a way that you are balancing on the left. So it could be as simple as lifting the right heel up. It could also be moving the heel of the right foot to the top of the left foot gently, okay? You don't want to step on it, but you just want it there to balance, to guide you, okay? Once you're here, balancing in a way that feels good in your body, you can move the arms into it if you like. Ooh, it's a little windy here today. And I just want you to try that 3 times. You can march in place in between, okay? You can keep the right hand on the chair too if you like, okay? Just practice. Not so windy this time. you down. Remember, if you find this easy, there are always little nuances you can improve upon. Now, after you've tried 3 times, just take a moment, settle in, shuffle the body, and then we're going to go ahead and turn ourselves around and bring the left hand to the chair. Checking your stance, checking your stack, core, shoulder blades, breath, gaze. Okay, same thing. Moving that left foot, left leg into a space where you're standing on the right leg. Bringing one or both arms into it, or none. Maybe that's not in your practice today. Moving as gracefully as possible. Keep moving the breath so that you can hear it. It's a sign of confidence within your own body. Just noticing how the body is holding up while you practice this. No clenching of the toes. Very good. A nice march in place. And flat back forward fold. So this is important as you move through your day. You're bending over to pick up the cat, or you're going to do the kitty litter, or whatever. Bend those knees. So it looks like this. Bend the knees, push the hips back, squeeze the core, flat back forward fold. Nice and slow. Soften when your body tells you to. Take a round of breath here. When you're ready, lift the toes, bend the knees, which drops the hips, squeeze the core, tuck the chin, bring the spine up, move the shoulders into place, and then the ears over the shoulders. Cleansing breath. All right. Coming to the front side of the chair, but not sitting just yet. Allow the back sides of the legs to touch. Inhale. Extended mountain pose. Exhale. Sitting into the chair. So I want you to just take your time, squeeze the core, and come to that seated position as gracefully as possible. And we'll settle in for our Shavasana. Cleansing breath if you like. Notice your feet on the floor, body on the seat of the chair. Notice your breath. Now, taking a moment to honor yourself for your practice, for showing up today, for doing the work, right? Good job. Practicing gratitude for whatever your heart desires today. Noticing how gratitude feels in your physical body. Perhaps you notice it as your heart swells a little bit, or maybe you notice gratitude showing up physically because your eyes become a little moister. Or is that a little more moist? Either which way. Notice where it shows up physically in the body. And then we take time, as always, to practice self-love. I want you to say to yourself, I am worthy. I am worthy. I am strong. I am courageous. And I have survived 100% of the bad days in my life. Notice how that feels in the physical body. It makes my body smile a little bit. We'll bring our hands to heart center, long, tall spine. The love and the light that dwells within me cherishes the love and the light that dwells within each of you. Namaste. As always, thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you. Click the subscribe button, share it with your friends. Have a great day. Mwah.